everybody, and welcome back to another rousing round of MP Mondays! And today, as you can definitely tell, we are back to MP. Once again. For more maps, and more fun, and more enjoyment. As always, because that's what we do here. Geography. Maps. Our first map today, we'll be going over the lovely world without North and South America. So this is really interesting because it's showing a bunch of islands that just, you know, in places you just don't really think about. Although this is a little wrong. I can see the Caribbean Sea there, which is not right. Like, the Caribbean shouldn't exist, and Greenland shouldn't either, because of they're part of the North American continent. Other than that, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting date. Actually, if you go geologically, Iceland shouldn't exist either, because half of it is part of the North American continent. So, a lot of geographically and geologically, this would make a lot of difference in the world too. I would not know exactly what would be different. Like, ocean currents would be completely off, because you are now you have one giant ocean here rather than two smaller ones. Plus, the distance from here to there is also a little smaller. I mean, that makes sense considering that they compacted the world a little bit. And so, since they compacted the world here, you have not as much space in between both these continents. But I like the names here. You got New Granada, New Catalonia, New Spain, New Algarve. What country is it? Oh, it's Portugal. See, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Here's the British Siberia. So that's really interesting. Britain still loves their north. They love to go north. But yeah, I wish they had a little bit better understanding of how the world works. But it's okay. You know, this is pretty cool. I like this. I like this. I like this. Aww, that's really nice. So this is a map of Japan, where all of the subdivisions in the country are translated directly to English. So that's bird catching. Oh, that's not a healthy thing to be doing. You have capital city, I like how they're like the flat, Rocky Plains, Prosperity Hill. I guess maybe there's like some rough translation, like they're trying to figure it out, but there wasn't a direct translation for it, so that might be part of it. Beloved Princess, High Knowledge, North Sea Circuit. Very interesting indeed. I like this. I like this. This is very informational. Very informational, showing like the different parts of the Japanese islands, and showing you like what all these mean. I don't know what Kifu means, but okay. We always have a love for knowledge. Oh yeah, awesome! Tornado tracks, 56 years of tornado tracks by the Fujuda scale. Oh, fantastic! Oh, it even shows you how many people died and were injured in all of them too. So as you can see from this map, it really just shows you like how far and how long a lot of tornadoes go. You can tell that like most of them are like in this area right here, Tornado Alley, which encompasses like technically to like up here and over here, but yeah, this is Tornado Alley right here. Like it just encompasses this whole area. Like, look how many of these lines there are. Like, my goodness, there's a lot of lines. And all this blue. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, yeah. Rock on, brother. Look at this. Number of metal bands per 1 million people. And man, this is why the Nordic countries are awesome for coming out. The Nordic Scandinavian countries are just golden when it comes to heavy metal bands, because they produce so many of them. Incredible. Got a lot coming down here from Greece as well, which is kind of cool. Central Europe, has a lot of them, but and North Europe right here, Scandinavia, like they have. Need to find this music. I am a huge fan of metal and rock. Interesting indeed. So this is the number of lakes, natural lakes per state. And so over here you can see how many lakes there are per however many thousands of lakes. But as you can see, the northern cold, very cold mining states here have a lot of, you know, lakes. They must be, yeah, they're the 10,000 to 20,000 lakes. Which is a lot of lakes. Florida, Alaska, though, they got over 20,000 lakes each. Like, that is a lot of lakes. Here in Washington State, we have a lot of lakes too, mostly because of our climate and how weather works around here. Probably the same reason why New York has a bunch of them too. Like, is because of like climate patterns, weather patterns, the low pressure system that's literally right above us near Alaska. So that's definitely the reason why they get a lot. Florida is because they have these things called air mass thunderstorms, and what happens is when hot air is accelerated really quickly, it rises and it starts to create basically rain clouds and thunder clouds all the time. So air mass thunderstorms are really common down in Florida because they're just so warm all the time and near water. You get a lot of air mass thunderstorms, so it makes sense why a lot of lakes are there. Also, you know, they're kind of going underwater, so they just, it's probably another reason why they got a lot of lakes. Sinkholes, probably another reason. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Alaska, they're just so big. Alaska's way bigger than Texas. Let's be clear. It's just they shrank it so then it'd be able to fit on this map. Otherwise, it'd be blown up. Texas, also, you know, big state, a lot of lakes, near water. Right here, it makes sense. However, the Pacific Ocean is a little different when it comes down here with the jet stream. So California, even though it has around 2,500, 5,000 lakes, it's not as much because it doesn't receive a lot of water. Texas receives a lot more water than California does, so yeah. Ooh, so this is the topography of San Francisco Bay. And wow, look at that. This is so cool because it looks three-dimensional. Whoa, that's awesome. Like you can see everything. Oh, hey, like number of Roman amphitheaters and theaters per nation. So 141 in Italy, which makes sense. Rome was in Italy. We got a lot of Turkey because of the Eastern Roman Empire and then eventually the Byzantine Empire. Tunisia, conquered really early by the Romans. Spain, France also makes a lot of sense. Interesting that there's not a lot in Switzerland, consider its proximity, but I like how they also do this 1 to 3, 4 to 8, 9 to 18, 19 plus Italy. It's just like, yeah. Oh, okay. All hail the Roman Empire. You're not allowed to do the salute because it was hijacked by, you know, another kind of power. Ideology of ruling party. In American terms, like, red always means, like, Republican, and blue always means Democrat. So, like, this is going to take a little bit of a twist in my brain here. So, right wings are blue, left wings are red. You know, that probably means, you know, so yeah, United States right wing usually. Yeah, we do have a lot more conservatives in the United States. Center left, so mostly liberal, but sort of conservative as well. So it's light, just like Denmark. I mean Greenland up here. Denmark, very left wing. A lot of centrist countries, which is good to see that there's like a mix. You know, that's what we kind of want. We want more of a mix, or like a a slight leaning in one way. We definitely don't want, you know. I like how there's like no political parties. Estowani. It's really interesting that Estowani doesn't have a political party. I wonder why that is. I'll look that up later. And why are they gray? Oh, poor Madagascar. And some of these other countries over here too. Nope, data. Well, this is fascinating. This is really interesting to see like the political stance of the world. Very fascinating indeed. Very. It's really interesting to see the political parties of the world. That's like very interesting indeed. Very interesting. I like it. I like it. So this will be the last one, and we're going over the Republic of South Africa. So this is a really cool map because it shows the physical geography of the entire place of South Africa, as well as going over each one of the different languages. Like, look how many languages they have recognized. Political system, just like Britain's parliamentary republic. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed that they're going over everything. This is cool. I like this map because not only does it show you information of the physical geography and where all the cities are, but it also tells you about some of its social and cultural geography as well. And so that's really cool. Also, go here a little bit more into Namibia. You have something called the Skeleton Coast. It's where you can find a bunch of bones. That is a fact. Fun fact we're going to leave off of. Thank you everybody for joining me today for another great round of MP. We'll be back and again sometime next week, called also Monday, where we tackle more of this Reddit and go into everything that we can of this great fantastic topic. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. You have a fantastic day, my beautiful viewers, and see you next time. This is Bucket of Baskets, signing off.